Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft from the Hypermine server. I have returned from my usual break. A break that I never plan on taking, but I always seem to take at the same point in the year. Wonder what that's about. Anyway, the creatives are back and so are we. I wonder if we sold anything. I wasn't sure about the price. Let's have a look. Hello there! That's a lot of diamonds. Time to restock. Awesome. Some of these diamonds are probably diamonds that I've mined. I know Oni has bought a bunch of these. Our shop is treating us well, and I see there is more development. Welcome to the sand pit. Ooh, this is interesting. Sand stuff probably? Ooh, nice. That will probably come in handy at some point. Now that we are a successful business person with our shop, how about we give back to the community a little bit more? As you probably know, I built the spawn plaza or spawn park over here in the first episode of the season, and now I want to do a little bit more work around here. Specifically, the nether portal. This has bothered me for a while now. Not just that the corners are missing, but also this is all that we have. And the server is many moons old, and this is still our nether portal at spawn. There's also a path that starts behind there, so we're kind of supposed to walk through here, and no, I think we can do better. So let's do better. Here's something. We got starter bundles on the server. People are putting these together. We got the Pale Garden starter set and the Spring to Life bundle. These are collections of items that you would get if you were to travel to the new areas that they are adding to the game. And I haven't taken either one of these yet. I have no idea how any of the new quote-unquote stuff works. But I see some cool stuff. I like these. I like that. That's neat. That is sparkling. Which has me a little bit confused, but I do like the Pale Garden wood. Looks pretty nice. That's all I know, so I'm glad we have these. Pretty sure the saplings are in here. Yeah, I think that's the first item. I don't know how to use these bundles, to be honest. I'll figure that out. But for now, we should start by tearing out a bunch of the stuff that is here that we need to move. We have a lot of cleanup to do. I think we'll start with the chest next to the nether portal, so we can have a chest where we can dump all of our stuff that we're picking up now. Over here. Good. Hey, I'm just noticing. Where's the LA? There used to be an LA here, on this thing. It's gone. Oh, that's kind of sad. I like that guy. I will leave the nether portal intact the way it is right now for a little bit, just in case people are moving through it. We still have the remnants of a cobble generator, and this is what it looks like, and this is what it has looked like for so long. We could really clean this stuff up, huh? Yoink. Much better already. I think we'll work with the hillside a little bit. So for that, we'll also get rid of some of the birch trees over here. And replant those. I guess we gotta go up to there. This one right here. And I'll change my mind on this. We'll just temporarily place it off to the side. I like this, so I don't think I'm gonna move this. We'll just keep it over here. It's small and it's out of the way. I think we can work with that. Also, this is a this leads to a place, so we're not gonna mess with that either. This tree will have to go. We'll replace it, but just for now, we'll remove it. Now, that is something that we can work with. Let's fill in some of the holes over here. Now we can think about how to shape the hillside and where we want the path to lead, where we want the path to flow. I think that's the first thing that we should try to figure out. We have this path that goes down here, and I mean, it should connect to all of this. So maybe we do that really quick. What's that? What is that? Who did that? Who did that? So this goes over here and then goes up and connects to this bit. Cube. And then this also needs to connect to that. I think we should stay up here. Not go down first, over, and then up. I think it makes more sense to stay up here. Sort of go like this, I think. Kind of in a curve. Well, it looks quite nice, I would say. So, where do we want to place the nether portal? I think, if we just look at it like that, it would kind of make sense to have it over there, but up a little bit. So I think, at first I thought we'll extend the hillside quite a bit, but I'm thinking if we have the nether portal like maybe on top of that, that would be high enough. Let's maybe build it out of stone, and we will connect it to the hillside over there. Doesn't have to be too big, something like this maybe as a start. Something like that, maybe. I'm building out of stone right now because I am out of dirt and out of grass. As always, that's just how it goes this season. I think we should have some stairs over here so we can go up to the portal fast. And do we also have stairs over here? Huzzah! Let's see. The tuff is in here. There it is. Few of those. Put those in here. Alright. Another portal goes in here. I guess we can place another portal again. Now that it's ready. Actually, do I have more obsidian? I'm not gonna like build an area for another portal and then not have the corners. But also we can make it a little bit bigger. Well, 7. That should be enough. And do I still have? I do still have the flint and steel. Very good. Yep, that's alright. That also means we are 1 obsidian short. We could take that one from over there, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna get one and actually place it over there, so we have all the corners. Next up, we should make it look a little bit more like the nether and less like stone. So let's break some of these blocks and place some netherrack in here. Also some mycelium. Not mycelium. Nylium. Right? Yes, nylium. So when you bone meal netherrack, nothing happens, right? However, if you have a bit of nylium, like this, and you bone meal netherrack next to it, the nylium spreads, and then when you bone meal the nylium, you get all the stuff, right? So let's get some of the mushrooms, maybe. I could have farmed this somewhere else, I guess. Maybe I should. Fungus, please. There's one. So we have a few. I think I want one over here. Let's make this one. I guess we can... Yeah, we need to turn this one into nylium. Then we can place down the crimson fungus and then the bone meal. Huzzah! There it grows. I think that's a decent size too. I like it. We also have some shroom lights in there, which is good. Maybe that one is a little bit too obvious, so we'll get rid of that one. We'll still glow from the other ones. We'll have another fungus over there. Not a crimson one, that is. And I also want to have some warped fungus growing here. I did have some warped fungus on hand, though. We don't have to grow those. Let's put that one in here. That one. That one's good. Put that there. Put that there. Shwaza. That's no good. Alright, one more. Quaza. That is taller. That looks weird. Yeah, well, that's fine. Might place a few more and also add some of the normal nether plants, like the crimson roots, which you can plant them on grass. You cannot plant them on netherrack. Interesting. Well, I do want to change the stuff back to grass or dirt. I just wasn't sure which blocks, and since I have so little, I wanted to wait. There has been an update, and we have happy guests now, and they are at spawn for some reason. That's something we live with now, I guess. That won't get old at all. Anyway, this is how the portal area turned out to be. This is what it looks like now, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I've only heard good things about it from other people on the server, so that's nice. We actually have a path going through here, lots of decoration. For the first time, we actually have a path from the spawn house, from the portal, all the way to the plaza where we can meet. It's a little spawn circle with the axolotl in the middle. And of course, our happy guests now. Hello. They don't really wander off far. For my next magic trick, we will return back to our castle at home. I think they changed something about how fog works in this game, right? Everything afar looks quite a bit more gray than it used to. I don't know, it's kind of odd. Something I'll have to get used to. Anyway, I want to work on the elevators up and down. For now, we have these elevators inside of the mountain. We run in here and we'll go up. The idea was kind of to put them into the mountain so you don't see them, and when people visit for the first time, they don't know how to get across, and we can use them really fast and suddenly appear in front of them. But I kind of changed my mind on that. I think it would look more goofy if we could put them on the outside and you could just see people float up or down. I think that would be really funny. So that is what we are working on now. At first, I thought we'll do that with honey blocks. That's usually how you do it. But there are probably other solutions to this, and that's what I want to play around with. I'm thinking of walls. They could probably work. I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not sure about fences, and I don't know, there's probably some other possibilities that we could try. Where is my soul sand? There it is. Alright, let's go and play around with it a little bit. So the idea is the following. You want to have soul sand, and then you need water source blocks on top of it, and it will push you up. It will create these bubbles, right? Now we want to find a way that we can be in that water column without being fully submerged into the water. Now typically people use honey blocks because those don't take up a full block, but they stop the water. And I'm thinking maybe this could work as well. We have that over here, but also over here. We'll have a corner like this, and if we walk into that, that should push us up. Sort of like this. Yeah, alright, that works. That will look a little weird. We'll have just a stripe of water going up. And then, of course, this would be blocked off by something else, so we wouldn't see that. We would see a little bit of the water, though. That is annoying. With the honey blocks, you can't. They look like a full block, but they are not. But I think I can make do with that. I think we'll do one going up, then have a block in the middle, and then we'll put another one like this far back, and then this will be the one down. So we need an area that is recessed, that is 5 blocks wide, and then goes one out. I think we'll build the first one in here, since this is an area where I go up most of the time. Let's see, I think this would be a good spot. So that was 5 wide. So like this. And then we gotta dig this all the way down. There'll be some terraforming. We can make do. that cut into the mountain a little bit more than I thought, but let's build the thing and then see how bad it looks. I'm sure we can fix it. In the middle, I think I want to have a stripe of the stripped mangrove log, and then on the sides where we have the walls, I think we'll go with a mix of the polished tuff and the brick. We can see it over there, and the brick walls in an alternating pattern, sort of like sort of like this. I'm wondering if we should go checkerboard or stripes. We'll try stripes first. I don't have Optifine in this version yet, so no zoom, but I think that looks okay. The sort of more stripy look. Okay, let's add the mangrove in the middle, and then we'll add the water, and then we'll see what it actually looks like. Well, it's certainly obvious that it's there. Maybe because it's a big old red stripe and a blue stripe right next to it. But I think for now we'll cap it off and we'll do some terraforming around it. And it will definitely make things more convenient. That's for sure. I did add a way down with the bubble column that goes down. Typically you don't need that. If there's just like a water pool down there, you can just fall down. But I don't know. I just like having these for symmetry's sake, and also just I think it'll look goofy if somebody's just like, you know, floating down like this. Yeah, I like it. I think we'll have to move this tree. Oh, yeah. Up here we can do something like this. It's actually kind of hard to cap these off, so we cannot walk into this one. Actually, you cannot walk into this one. You'll be stuck and you'll take damage. You'll have to, like, dig your way out. So we have to put something on top of here, but it cannot be a full block on top of these ones. Otherwise, you'll get stuck and you won't be able to get out. So this is what I come up with that. But it probably needs a roof. And I think we can do something like that. At least that's what I'm gonna try. Something like this should do the trick. I think it looks nice. It works well. Go down here and have a look from afar. Now, it does look a little goofy. That's okay. That's the vibes that we're going for. The whole thing is a little bit too exposed. Now, this is probably the biggest, maybe the second biggest elevator that we'll have in this build. I want to build one on the other side, and that one might be a little taller. But still, we see so much of it that I think I want to hide a little bit of it. I'm going to build a little bit of... I'm going to shape the mountain so it covers it. And I think that will be all that is needed. That's much better. It also really looks like an entrance now, so you visually you just know where to go. A few things I still want to fix. That bit of water we should cover, and that cave should be gone. Just a quick cave delete. We need this to go all the way up top. Also raise this one up a little bit, and the next one. And there it is at night. For now, I wanted to see what this looks like illuminated. I like it. The path is a little bit too dark. But in here, with the lantern, very nice. You naturally see it. You feel like you want to go there. Leads you all the way up. Now, there's a good chance that you'll fall to your death if you're not used to it. So, that's a nice feature. I like that. For the path, I really just extended the design that we had from over there, and I put some, you know, some grass next to it, and yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple, pretty fast, pretty easy. Like it. I also got rid of the other bubble elevator that we had over here, if you remember. That one came out, I think, over here. No, over here, actually. That is completely filled in. So this is now the official path. I think between this and the portal at spawn, we did pretty good in this episode. We did pretty good. I know it's on the shorter side of an episode, but I'm just happy to get one down to upload one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed what we did today. Anyway, it's the end of the video. Remember that you're valid, and I'll see you in the next one.